Hello, my beautiful people from Untouchable Mama. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and press the notification button. Thank you. One love. Bye bye.
All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I believe we are all watching and meeting ourselves from different parts of the world. Yeah, I still want to commend so many of us that have decided to stay back home in this testing period, compulsory holiday, which most of us have never experienced in our lifetime. It isn't easy, it's not easy, as you can see. All over the world, there is already all through everybody staying back home without doing nothing or having any place to go. It's so boring, it's so disturbing, and so many things happen in this period which we don't really seem to know how to have control over such situation. First and foremost, we all know, we are aware of the pandemic situation we are in this period, and for everybody that is out to educate the citizens within or any part of the world where you are, I believe we should live by example. If I'm not mistaken, we should try to live by example by all means. It caught my attention these few days, I think 2 days ago, while I was listening to CNN and other local channels back home in Nigeria, and I noticed so many things that have been ongoing within the government officials, mostly in quotes those that are in charge or in control of the health information. And if we're to live by example, then we should give it a positive example to the public as a whole or to the world to emulate. Then before we go to other issues, because there are so many cases that are piled up within this period, we'll try all our best to resolve the one we can resolve off camera, to resolve the one we can resolve within our vicinity without even bringing it live to the house, and others that are also there that we will still going to attend to, like issues. We have over 183 international cases, like issues like domestic issues might not really be a domestic violence from two people confronting themselves as we usually meet in Nigeria. We have a child abandonment. We have some DNA tests run down already. The results are already out. Some are also pending that are ought to be conducted. We have some landlord and tenant case. These ones I'm mentioning, they are actually international case. Well, I said international case. Yeah, most the complainants are based outside Nigeria, which will still handle their case while they are still there. Some are in Nigeria and they still intend to attend the case live, while some want the case treated off camera. We have cases of fraud, like some people that are not residing back in Nigeria here, that are living in diaspora and have see it as an attitude that they have decided to exhibit by deceiving citizens back home here, sending money to them in abroad to purchasing one goods or the other, and at the end of the day, because they felt the citizens have no opportunity of traveling outside the country, for that reason they take the money. They cannot refund the money, neither purchase whatever they wanted they want from them. Aside that, there are also citizens that are living here, and some complainants are over in the Western world they transact business with them, and at the end they sit on their money because they feel the person is not living back home here. He or she have limited time to stay in Nigeria. So for whatever reason, once the person is back to his or her base, they'll sit on their money without remitting their money. Some cases like that. Then misappropriation of funds also, of people living over there and people living over here. Then fake marriage promises. So all these are cases, international cases, that are piling down, that we have had them done already, that we'll be treating. We'll be going into that shortly. But before then, for what I said caught my attention a few days ago is this. Okay, we had some information from the health department, the Minister of Health, and some information from Lai Mohammed and Co, where they are trying to brief the house, brief the whole Nigeria on. Can I have these pictures, please? The whole Nigerians on how to avoid neither not to be contacted or contact this dangerous virus called coronavirus. And while they were giving us information on the task force set up by our president, I come to realize some things which we all know: the dangers of this virus, the measure we should put in place to avoid any form of risk, endangering ourselves, to avoiding ourselves to other health hazards. But come to think of it, you can see that from this picture here, you can watch first of all, you watch when this man was making speech, giving this is his speech, and you can hear that he okay, this is his clip, and this is when he was briefing Nigeria from their task force, where the task force have information on what they have gathered so far, the equipment, the report on dangers of those that they have discharged, those that are still in the are still on quarantine, and those that are responding to treatments. But okay, if the Minister of Health or whoever will come live, that more than how many television stations are covering this event, you can see AIT, NTA channels and other television stations, microphone on direct on his mouth. Then apart from that, this is another person, and you can see this is another person again. Okay, before I go into that, the mouth mask, what I'm trying to talk about is the nose and the mouth mask that we are advised to use to avoid any form of us contacting this disease. If he can speak, because one, the microphone is not made for him and it's not his personal mic, that is number one. Then from this, you can see that there is foam on this microphone. which they can easily use, take away, washed, or however. I believe these people, more than how many days, there should be a way where they should also relate this message to the public without them speaking, exposing. Like, you breathe this microphone, you know that some of them speak and they are close to the microphone. They speak, they breathe into the microphone while others walk into that place. But throughout this man, this is Rough Adegboye, when he was speaking, you can see him and notice that all the while that he was talking, he have these nose mask on all through until he finishes his speech. Then outside that, and look at Lai Mohammed, which is the Minister of Information. You can see, you watch him also speaking, talking to the same microphone with nose mask off. What are they trying to explain, and what are they giving out to the public? Is any human being, or is the coronavirus a respecter of any person or personality? I believe absolutely no. So if the words, where the stations and everybody is stationed, and this man in question also speak out through with the mask on with his mouth. So what example are they leaving with us while these people will be speaking without mask, nose mask, and the Minister of Health will also speak without nose mask, which is totally wrong, absolutely wrong. Okay, you look at this young lady. She went there. This is one of the journalists. Watch the microphone directly to her forehead and to her eyes. She speaks to the mic without even the nose mask. Then you have to look at this person again. You watch this lady. This is another journalist speaking to the same microphone. You see the closeness of this journalist. And you can watch this. So what is the essence of using the mask? Are you using the mask as a fashion? Are you using the mask as as in words? You watch him speaking. Why must you take the mouth mask off, the nose mask off from your mouth? And you can watch this young lady. This is another journalist, and you can see the distance, the closeness. You're covering my sorry. You can see the closeness of this mic directly to her mouth, then to her nose. Inhaling another person's words, inhaling another person's breath, inhaling another person's spit, because some of them speak to the microphone while their spit is on, because you cannot say it's not everybody that have the culture of how to speak without your breath or your mouth spit not spitting on the mouth. Then the distance between herself and this microphone is just too close. So what are they trying to portray? What message are they trying to pass? There is a microphone foam which is very, very cheap in the market. So if it is compulsory that everybody must speak on one microphone, then you should have a way of making it hygiene, or use your nose mask constantly, or even use your handkerchief on the mouth, because you can still speak. The young man that spoke with his nose mask on, we heard this person, his voice was so audible, and nose mask does not stop anybody hearing you, neither does it stop the audio, the right audible of audio from the microphone. So I don't really see any reason. And what are they trying to explain? What are they trying to, the message are they trying to pass to the public? While you are telling the public, you're protecting yourself from this danger, this coronavirus, is make sure you have your nose mask on, use your hand sanitizer. Did they equally rub hand sanitizer on their mouth? Did they have the hand sanitizer on their tongue, on their saliva? Absolutely no. So if you have been, if any of them has already been confirmed positive, or let's just keep the coronavirus as out of it, there are so many other effective disease that one can easily contact from this. Okay, in this era, that if you are one of the coronavirus patient or tested positive, you still have to take some days or some weeks before the result confirmed, or you are being confirmed that. Why must anybody take risk in speaking to microphone? And you, as a head of the health, that you will speak openly with your mouth to the public microphone, where everybody, more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people speak to, and you just want to speak into the microphone without nose mask from your mouth. That is absolutely wrong. As a leader, we should not just stand to speak to people, to the public, as if the public, they are novice or they are stupid. Live by example. If you are preaching that, if that is what you are advocating, that is what you are trying to send, message you are trying to send to the public, then present yourself appropriately as one. Make yourself available. Present yourself the same manner that you expect people to go on. So after speaking all this, after talking to the microphone, the next thing you put it, you move on, then you put it on again, because you are exchanging conversation with somebody. You don't want the person speaking to your nose or speaking to your mouth. So what is the essence of you speaking to the microphone while somebody else will come on to speak, or somebody else speaking into the microphone and you equally come up to speak to that? It is totally bad. Okay, that is it for that now. So please, you need to send this message down to any government officials, mostly this section, to make sure worldwide, until you get to them, because this is not a good example of a leader, mostly when they are representing the whole nation and they stand out to speak, put up this kind of attitude in the public. I condemn it. It's totally wrong. No excuse is justifiable for them to stand in that public or in that room to speak to the microphone, as many as they are in that place. So if they are quarantined people, they should lead by good example. They should show the example how Nigerians should interact with other fellow human beings. That is not a good example they have shown so far. Thank you. Then aside that, issues of we're having so many complaints, both from the citizens and from the law enforcement agency. I posted something, a link that I sent to the human rights page yesterday, and I was somehow disappointed at some people's response to that link. That you watch hoodlums fighting harmless fellow citizens because they are on uniform. And what you did fit to talk about is to just say, why should government ask citizens to stay back home while they have not provided anything for them to eat? Let me tell you one thing. Let's just face the facts. Yeah, I might afford some things to an extent, not everybody. But let me just tell you, African Nigerians, even human beings as a whole, what you have been working for years, you did not achieve all these years. It's not these few days they ask you to stay back home to save your life that you can achieve in that moment. I was expecting some of you to condemn these acts. I was expecting most of you, good citizens of any country where you are, to condemn these acts. But none of you, I did not see any of you saying any reasonable reason. Rather, you are just busy talking about, why would government allow them to sit down when they cannot provide, when they cannot do that. You can watch. So if you're a woman that some of these hoodlums will embarrass you, want to touch your body where they are not supposed to, and even you can see that woman screaming why there. What is the offense she has committed? What offense has this person committed? These people, what offense have they committed? So what offense have these people committed now that warrants them treating their fellow human being like animal? We've gotten some complaints where army or police, where citizens complain that military men and policemen brutalize them. Okay, if you are a military personnel or a police officer or a last man or whatever, for the fact that they are human beings, let's leave the uniform aside and you watch somebody using all manners of objects on that person. Even if the person, let's just assume this person is your sister or your husband or your wife or your auntie, that the hoodlums, these guys are embarrassing, brutalizing for no just cause, because they parked their car, because government asked you to stay back home. So these innocent souls have become the Buhari, or in quotes, that you see on the street of your house that you are brutalizing. That is totally wrong. And any activist that have his or her senses complete, any activist that have his or her brain working normal, I don't think if this kind of issue come up, or any citizen complain of police or army brutality, that you will come out to defend such person, because these people are harmless. And if these personnel are to be military or police and they are armed, do you think they will watch you beating them, fighting them, inflicting all manners of injuries on them for no just cause? I believe the answer will be no. So I saw another one again, where some armies are being beaten up. They tore their uniform, hitting them with all manners of sticks and all this thing in the same Delta state. And I believe that governor is incapable. The governor of that state is not qualified to be a governor. He should go and learn from other governors that have discipline, to discipline their citizens, to respect whoever they have called into. For cry out loud, I cannot fathom why such things should happen in this country. Is it because it's a civilian regime? Can this nonsense happen in military regime? And this is the reason why you see all manners of brutality in the streets. Just watch how the same hoodlums, the same boys in Delta State, is it not Delta State? In Delta State, beating up two armies that are just on their way on machine, going on their normal, without asking them, without brutalizing them, without stopping them, without questioning them. And these people descend on these two armies and started embarrassing them, beating them, tearing their uniforms and all this. So I believe some of you that watch this video, if you are reasonable enough wherever you are, you must pass a message to your family members, to your siblings, to your friends back home. Because this cannot happen in any civilized country. This barbaric act cannot happen in any country where discipline exists. What kind of governor is this governor of Delta States? Can't he copy from emulate from other governors? How can these hoodlums in that state be embarrassing people for no just cause? And I believe the militaries, if they are forced, do you think such community will be at peace? This will lead to disaster. This will lead to all manners of brutality, shoot aside and all this. And I don't expect anybody to watch this kind of video and you will send so many sentimental messages or comments to that place. this also that I just showed you. Look at the way they're embarrassing that woman. Some were trying to press her breast, and she was screaming. They were beating these people, tearing their uniform, and they tore the military man uniform, beat them off, burnt their machine. What a barbaric act. What an evil. Because as we're getting complaints, and I know very soon, some of you will be losing your friends, your siblings, your family friends, your neighbors, that you cannot call back home and call them to order. Because if the government is weak, individual, communities, you should be the lovers of your neighbor. Which I cannot support. If this kind of a thing happen in this kind of area where I'm living, I will support raiding of all manners, all the area boys, both the ones that are involved and the ones that are not involved. They should raid all of them, lock everybody up and send them to prison, charge them to court. Then some of you have no reason, you've not seen anything bad about that. Most of them vandalize people's shops, break into people's shop, run away with people's goods and all these things. You did not see anything bad about that. And if you see one single person being killed by police, neither by army, then they feel the hell should roll. Me as a person, as an activist, if they are not called to order, if the Delta State governor did not stand up to call these hoodlums to order, put them down and make sure justice prevails, when the army, the military, the law enforcement agencies will rise up on their feet to defend their rights, to defend their life, I think it will be something else. And somebody like me cannot walk out, waste my single precious time to walk into any police, neither any court, to defend any citizen, because they started it first. When we talk about the law enforcement agencies trying to copy Indians, okay, if you find somebody on the streets, you approach the person, where are you going? And why are you outside when you are supposed to be in your house? But even though there is a lockdown, markets are opened within some hours. So within the period the market is open, people are allowed to go to the market to shop for their foodstuffs or whatever they think they didn't fit having in their houses. So if you find the person and the person cannot give you a genuine reason why he or she is out there, you can ask that person to go back home. Because we can consider these people roaming around the street, going all over the places for no just reason. We can just call them suicidals. Because you have not been tested. You don't know if you are to be tested positive or negative. Nobody knows whom you have interacted with, you have had body contact or however with. Stay at home. Observe yourself. Pray to God. Relate with your family. Bond with your friends, your families, and whatever. But what you like doing is to go out there because you are a suicider. You want to mingle up with people. Either you want to contact and go back pass it on to innocent people that are sitting back home without following you, to be roaming about the streets. Then they go out in the night, destroy people's shops. And you want any law enforcement agencies that is with their right senses to watch these people misbehaving and doing all manners. Please, if there is any such videos, I will appeal to the house. For some of you that are our members and our followers, I don't have irresponsible followers. That I know. I don't have irresponsible members. That I know. And they have their thinking faculty working perfectly sound. So if you see such thing, and if you know what you don't wish yourself, don't wish even your enemy. Because if you are to be in this position, irrespective of where God has placed you today, if these people could be you and myself, and you are being embarrassed this way, how would you feel? And that is what should be the first thought that will come into you before you begin to type. Don't be fast in commenting. Don't be fast in talking. Just calm down, think well, digest whatever that people have posted. Then you send a reasonable comment. Because I don't see any reasonable person supporting what these hoodlums have done in that Delta state, which I believe such can never dare happen in Lagos State. If we're talking about protecting the rights of human beings, did they really recognize their own rights, neither the rights of others? It's give and take. I must recognize your rights. You must recognize my rights. The right of everybody is to be recognized and respected. You don't expect police to watch you. Okay, go back. They are not animal. The armies, they are not fools. They are not animals. They are human beings. They have blood running in them. And let me tell you, most of the videos that you watching military guys or police beating or asking somebody, engaging them on a frog jump, using cane or whatever on them, asking them to swim in a dirty or unhealthy water. Listen, you did not even know if they have videoed the beginning of some of these cases, how the whole case started. You will know that maybe one of the citizens started it first and they will be forced to react. But when they react, there is always an action before reaction. If there is no action, there will be no reaction. But the people always shy away from starting from the beginning. What has been their conversation? Have you ever covered the conversation of the beginning between the military man and the civilians? Have you covered the conversation, most of the videos, have you covered the conversation between the police and the civilians? Even when we know some of them can be barbaric in their acts. They can be animalistic in their acts. But most cases, people don't cover the beginning of the case. They only cover the middle of the case at the end. How the citizens are being brutalized. So if this has happened, you did not cover it. And when the army reinforced, people begin to cover it. Oh, army have started shooting. Delta State is on fire. And this, that. That is only when you be calling, ringing the name of military men, neither these people that they have hurt and wounds in all manners. Please send this message to your families worldwide. Call your brothers and sisters back to order. I'm here. I have my family back in Benue State. And I always caution them. I speak to my mom, my siblings, and everybody. And I warn them, please don't be among the citizens that will default whatever conditions or principles or laws or rules that the government of that state lay down for you. Be a good citizen, live by example. So, peradventure, if they are being arrested for whatever reason and I know they are on their right, I will defend them. But if they listen not to my advice and they go against, if I'm called upon, I will turn deaf ears to their calls. Do same to your family. Do same to your brothers, to your neighbors back home. Most of you living in the Western world, you are not digged from the soil. You did not fly in there from the sky. You have background. I'm Muslim, speaking mostly to the Africans. Talk back to your family. Speak to your governor. Speak to whomever you know in the government, mostly the Delta State government. They should call their people to order. The man should be responsible for once. Is one of the state, is one of the governor that was not even proactive over this epidemic at the last minute before he begins to lay down his rules. And look at the embarrassment. Look at what is going on. Yeah, that aside, which I wish to bring it to your notice, please pass it on back. Share this video to the whole world. let it get to them, let it get to the top, so that we can have a peaceful coexistence. And that is what to campaign for, not what they are. This is not what they are establishing. What this foundation they are laying is not going to end well. I just have to say this. Then back to my first introduction. For few of you, I just want to send this to those of you that are in diaspora. I have friends, I have no friends. Why? I belong to everybody, I belong to nobody. I can only belong to you and be with you when you are living a life of dignity. What do I mean? You must live a straight life. There are so many people, I have so many friends. All this while I've been traveling out, Germany, UK, Canada, all parts of the world. I've been traveling before I give a break after my marriage, and to make sure all these cases piling down, I should be able to solve some as fast as possible before engaging on whatever in other assignments. I have so many friends. And my friends that knows me knows I'm a very strict person. You can only be strict, be dignified in your character, in your behavior, in your thinking. Then you can be my best friend. Your word should be your bond. If you are living in any part of the world, for those that knows me, even those that live in Germany, that knows me very well, that have done business with them one-on-one, even over there, they knows whom I am, how I act. I have friends, I have no friends. Please, while you are living in any part of the world, don't ever think of duping anybody in this country, except you have decided to sow, and as in you sow your life to that world, that you have nothing, no connection with anybody, with your family members, you coming to this country or having any relationship with anybody again, then do it free and get away with it. But otherwise, if it's opposite of that, you have family here and you can still visit them and they still come to you, they come back here, please, if you dare dupe anybody, if you dare dupe anybody from Nigeria here, you are in America, in UK, in Canada, in any part of the world, you dupe anybody in this Nigeria because you are living there, we are waiting for you. Your data, to have your data when you are coming to Nigeria is as cheap as taking water from my fridge and have it go down to my throat. And from the airport to pick you, will not pick you in secret, will pick you and disgrace you. And that money must be recovered from you by all means. Dupe nobody. If people entrust anything in your hand, they trusted you, they believe in you, they have no opportunity of traveling over there to buy things, they send money to you on trust. Buy their things, send to them. We had series of cases and ask those that have reported there and those that have lived there what we have done to them, all the ones that have come to this place. We have recovered many. Both some of you that are married here and you refuse to take care of your children, neither refuse to take care of your wife, you have your white wife or have anybody you are married to over there, that is not a problem, it's your life. But if you have anybody here you keep back home here, be very sure if you stayed 100 years except you die there, any day will find your leg back in this country. In this country, I'm not talking about Lagos, as far as this Nigeria is concerned, anywhere we got information of you landing any airport, even by road to this country, you will pay for all your arrears. You will pay it. That is sure. The man from Canada asked his wife, even though we did not post the picture, but he tested prison. And even at that, he paid for all. When I say all in total. So let's be sincere, let's be fair in our attitudes. Keep nobody's daughter in the name of marriage when you know you don't want to marry the person. That is it. Keep no innocent child at home, suffering, going to school, eating good food, wearing clothes, when you know you are not capable or not able to take care of this child. Because we will have zero tolerance for that. We will not watch any innocent child dying in hunger while you are doing that. And we are coming to that. And it's the reason why we are trying. Who is doing that thing? It's the reason why we're establishing international branches. So that if you do it there, we are not just going to report you to the government where you are. There are so many steps we are taking seriously towards that we may not wait for you to come here. We will still do so many things over from here with you over there. So please, if you have any child back home here or anywhere, please endeavor to take your responsibility, bear your responsibility, cater for your family to avoid any form of embarrassment. Then those that are living here and those that are living there, if you have any issue of anybody collecting your money, take your goods, thinking because you are not living in Nigeria and you can't be flying in and out, making case or challenging the person to retrieve your goods or your money from the person, let us know. The government will have today have zero tolerance for any form of fraud. And even if they tolerate that, we cannot tolerate that. Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center does not tolerate that. We don't tolerate any form of injustice. Injustice in quotes. So if your money is being siphoned, being misused, being misappropriated, or anybody sees your money because you are there, call our line. We will stand for you even while you are there. What we need is your proof of payment, proof of the goods, proof of your transaction. Once that is done, leave the rest to us. Then giving fake marriage promise. Brothers and sisters, please don't do that. I'm coming back to that tomorrow, where we'll be talking about DNA tests, causes of so many illegal children in the system. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And we'll have some cases that some people want you to contribute your opinion. They will see me live as I read their messages to the world. They will watch me because some of them, they are in Nigeria, and because there is this social distance policy now, nobody is coming close to me. We can only discuss on phone. When we are fully back to normal, then those who have in the house will have them back to the office to handle their cases amicably. So many cases pile up, and we start off from according to how the case is being registered, even while we are working from home. Then aside that, some are based overseas, and they want their case related to the house, and let there be opinion, let there be calls, let there be text messages, so that they can have their brain together on decision to take. Of course, you know, I and you can take decision of one person. For somebody else, your mind might be confused. What can I do? What should I do? What step to take? What step not to take? When you contribute your messages, your calls on that tomorrow, I believe so many people, and most of them, that have given us the right to send and to read out their messages, their cases they send to us. Then we have you back to the house to discuss that tomorrow. So, all right, just like I said, all the cases, international cases, we're not talking about domestic because we're here, have cases of domestic, we have child abandonment, DNA tests. So many people are online, pile down. They want to know if they are the biological father or their children, even when they are not in Nigeria. So, are you one of them? All right. Join the clue, send the name, book your case now. So when the epidemic die and coronavirus fly back to where it comes from, you fly in, we'll quarantine you, we'll test you, and we'll enroll you for a DNA test. And you will be proud to be a father, or you will be sad to disengage with whomever they say it is your child. But anyway, let me just tell you, who is the, let me just let you understand. If you end up discovering that you are not a biological father of the child, don't worry. There are people that also adopt children that is not theirs. If you love the child so much, provided the who born the child say the father, he or she, she does not know who owns the child, please go on with it, this thing. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Thank you very much. I think let me check if there is any message able to respond to. Let me check if there is any message. Okay, the time tomorrow, I think I will inform you. I'm going to post it and post the time tomorrow in our timeline so that you can know. All right, please, some of you are making mistakes in some lines that you called. My own private line, I don't give up, except on those that I am too close to avoid any form of embarrassment. Some have insulted me, some people, but that's okay. We are out to serve everybody, so I'm expecting more from those that don't care and that insult is part of them. One, the number to call if you want to make inquiry is 090 3000 2484. 090 3000 2484. For inquiry. Okay? 090 3000 2474 is for rapid response. Rapid response line, that is if there is any case of emergency or whatever. Yeah. Then for those that want to contribute financially, support financially, donate to in favor or to partner with us in this program is 08033024550 to donate, support, so if you are to call on 08033024550, you are to donate. You are to contribute. No, I'm not talking about contribution of your, I saw a call, I watch your program, this, that, no. 08033024550. If you want to support, if you want to donate, if you want to partner with us, if you watch any case you are touched and you want to help the victim, that is the only number to call. To call to support the victim, to call to support the organization, to donate to the organization, to partner with the organization, whichever way, you can call that line. Then 090 3000 2423 is where, that is your WhatsApp line. So all the numbers are there. 090 3000 2423 is the number to send your, that is basically for WhatsApp. You don't call. If you have any complaint, send your WhatsApp there. You'll be directed on what to do. If you want to send complaint, if you want to send picture, you want to send documents, either via our email. Email is info@hrdac.org.ng. You can send your complaint there also. So you can send your complaint to info@hrdac.org.ng. Then you can send your WhatsApp to 090-3024-23. You can send your message there. And the call line, the inquiry line I've given to you. If you want to call to support, if you want to call to donate, if you want to call to partner with us, is 080-330-24550. That is the right number to call. Please, I'm still waiting. We have not gotten to 1,000 on our YouTube channel, but most of you are still been privatizing me to go on YouTube. So we are still waiting for you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. YouTube channel, Access to Justice TV. Subscribe there. If we get to 1,000, we'll come out live there. And there are so many things that we have not bring live to this place that we'll post there for you to watch. Thereafter, please like this page, share this, and I thank you for every one of you that be recommending and be sharing every cases we're having, even while we bring update to you. God bless you. I want to see this video go viral to the top all over the world. Thank you and good evening. See you tomorrow. Bye.